Welcome to another edition of First and 10 with Rams football coach Brad Sherrod. I'm Jimmy the St. Christopher. The two undefeated teams in the Sooner Athletic Conference went at it this past Saturday at Crowley ISD Stadium. Arizona, Ottawa, Arizona, the Spirit, in a wild, woolly, wacky affair, which we'll get into at length here in a bit, knocked off the Rams 42-35. It was like a heavyweight fight. There was crosses, uppercuts, punches left and right, jabs, well, maybe a few jabs, mostly knockout punches and uppercuts, etc. But it was wild and woolly. To boot, first quarter, 3 ties. Second quarter, Rams' big plays included Javari Sanders' 60-yard pick for a TD, Sean Smith, an exciting 97-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Rams led 28-21 at the half. Coach, what did you see in that first half that you liked?
Well, we kept fighting. No, that was a good thing, and we were executing some calls there. We thought we left some stuff out on the field, but I just knew our guys were the way we were playing. They were playing inspired and to keep playing. I thought we were playing really good defense.
The Rams, as we said, led 28-21 at the half. What concerns, if any, did you have at halftime?
Well, really just us continuing to keep playing. There's no concerns. I want us to continue to keep playing, take care of the football, play good defense, stop the run, force them to do some things they didn't want to do. So really there's no concerns other than just continuing to keep playing our brand of football and doing the things we need to do.
Second half, different story. Rams outscored 21-7 by Ottawa. In the third quarter, Cole Francis was picked. That was the first of 3 interceptions for the Rams quarterback. Spirit blocked a punt. Rams scored their only TD. In the second half, Spirit, a 39-yard TD pass, made it 35-28. Then a wacky fourth quarter. Let's go through this if Coach can bear it. Cole Francis fumble. 41-yard Spirit TD pass and a 51-yard pick six. The Rams drive, the final drive of the game for Texas Wesleyan, stalled at the Ottawa 17. Rams turned it over with a $1:05 left. How do you deal with the agony from such a loss like that? I mean, that was a tough loss.
It was a tough loss, and you can't win ball games when you turn the ball over 4 times. It just isn't possible. Plus, we only got 1 turnover. And we got a pick six, they got a pick six. So that's tough. But we talk about that all the time. We talk about how you go about winning ball games. And it came down to those things. It came down to taking care of the football and getting turnovers, which we didn't do on either side of the football. We had some fourth-quarter stops on defense, which, some people count as turnovers. But if you do that, and they had a fourth down stop, they still beat us +1 in the turnover margin. And without that, they beat us +3. And we just need to clean up that. I mean, that's part of the game. Like, if we don't do those things, we're still in that ball game, if not winning that ball game. I thought our run defense was great. We held them under 100 yards rushing. They did complete some balls on us, but you had 2 turnovers that were back-to-back, and that kind of put the defense in some bad field position. Even the block punt, we went out there, the defense went out there and stopped them. So we had some positives going on there. But I still believe in this team. I believe in our players. I believe in Cole. I believe in the things that we're doing, my coaches, and what we're doing. But we just got to get that clean up. We need to get back to, if you look at our earlier wins, is that we did not turn the football over. And when we don't do that and we get turnovers, we win. And that's normally how it always works across the country in football. And we just need to get back to doing those things.
What did you see in Luke Geron, their quarterback, compared to last year? Was he any different than he was a year ago?
He's a tougher kid. He's a tough kid. 'Cause we hit him pretty good. We got after him pretty good. And he's a competitor, and we knew that. We knew he was going to do that. But at the same time, he's been there for, I guess, 4 years, been a really good football player. So he's got a lot of experience. So it didn't rattle him. And we kind of wanted to try to get him rattled a little bit. And he threw some balls on the ground, some different things, but he came back and competed. And that's what competitors do. That's what winners do.
What did you say to your team after that loss?
I was disappointed for him. I hurt for him because they play so hard. They did play hard, and I just felt bad for him. We didn't get the outcome that we wanted. But I quickly jumped on that, hey, we can't allow this loss to beat us this week versus Wayland, as bad as we feel right now. And we got to control that. That's the only thing we can control right now. We can't control playoffs, being selected, not being selected. We can't control any of that stuff. But what we can control is how we go out there and finish the season. And then to see where things fall at that point. But as I told them on Sunday, I was like, if we don't take care of Wayland, then there is no chance. There is no opportunities after the season. But if we do our business and take care of our upcoming opponent, then we actually have a shot. We have a shot, and that's all you can ask for.
And a good segue. He's the king of segues as a coach and as a host of the show as well. We'll talk about what the Rams have to play for in that 2 p.m. final game of the regular season. It's 2 p.m. Saturday at Crowley ISD Stadium. It's Senior Day. We'll tell you all about that and what the Rams have to play for after this word from our friends at NBT.
We are NBT Financial Bank.
We are Fort Worth.
We are Azle.
We are Burleson.
We are Hearst.
We are Willow Park. We are anywhere through the MyNBT mobile app.
We'd love for you to come bank with us. You're going to like us.
Somos NBT Financial Bank.
Somos Fort Worth.
Somos Azle.
Somos Burleson.
Somos Hearst.
Somos Willow Park.
Le invitamos a ser parte de nuestra familia bancaria.
Regular season for the Rams ends Saturday at Crowley ISD Stadium. It's a 2 p.m. kickoff. It's Senior Day. 6-1 are the Rams now in the Sooner Athletic Conference after that loss. They take on the 5-2 SAC Wayland Pioneers on Saturday. They've won 6 straight. Now, I just got the word from James McBride here, Coach. I was going to say if the Rams win and Ottawa loses to LC Saturday night, there would be a 3-way tie for first in the SAC. But James informed me that if LCU, Louisiana Christian, beats Ottawa by 7 or less, the Spirit gets the AQ. And if LCU beats the Spirit by 8 or more, Texas Wesleyan gets the AQ. It's almost like, well, 2 years ago you weren't here, but it's almost like that last game, the regular season game against Louisiana Christian. So as you were mentioning before we went to break, that there's something to play for, even if there wasn't to be something to play for. But what more additive incentives does that give the club, if any?
Well, I never want to leave my fate in someone else's hands, and that's what we did by not winning this past weekend. Our fate for pro seasons in someone else's hands. So we had the opportunity to control our own destiny, and we didn't take advantage of it. I don't want us focusing on that. I want us focusing on how we play. I want us to focus on doing our very best and finish the regular season with a win. And at that point, if everything aligns that we can get in, then let's get in and let's go play ball and compete for a championship. But right now, we need to think about and focus on what we can control. And like I told the guys, if we don't take care of business this weekend, there is no post. But if we do take care of this weekend, there's an opportunity, there's a chance. And at that point, then we have to see where things fall.
And the Pioneers are hot. They've won 6 in a row. They have the top 2 offense and rushing in the SAC and number 4 scoring defense. Their quarterback, Kaylon Davis, running back, Kimadre Horace head up the offense. What problems do those 2 guys in their offense pose?
Well, they have a very talented running backs. They're very talented, and I think their offensive line is really good too. I think they do a great job of understanding blocking schemes and fronts and getting on the right blocks and letting their running backs create. Their quarterback is special. I think he does a great job of rolling out and drop back, passing the ball. So he does some good things as well. So, which means he can get the ball to his receivers, and they do a great job of helping him by catching the ball and doing some things for him. So, I think early in the year, they're probably trying to figure out who they were, but I think they know who they are now, and they're doing a great job on offense, running the football and scoring points. So we're going to have our work cut out for us. They're going to do some things that it's not going to just be a zone. It's going to be a gap scheme game, and we're going to have to fit that stuff up. We're going to have to tackle those backs, and their backs are really talented.
On the other side of the ball, for the Pioneers defense, every time you look at the Sooner Athletic Conference Player of the Week, there's seemingly one of the trio of Morgan, Brooks, and Davis that are SAC Defensive Players of the Week. But how do they look, the Pioneers look on defense?
Well, they're a blue-collar team, and they're physical, and they're going to do their job, and they're going to be very sound. And they rely on their guys to do their job. So I think they understand who they are, and they take advantage of that and do their very best. And they know what their weaknesses are, and they cover those up. And they do a good job of at least giving you some different things to look at to cover that stuff up, but they know they're there. And so they're a very good sound defense. And they're right there in the top with the stats when it comes to defense in the conference. So, once again, they're doing a very good job there on defense.
How do they look compared to the team that the Rams walloped last year, 66-35?
Well, I still think they're going to make you do some things to work on defense. They're going to give you some different formations and make you fit up some stuff. And if you load the box up, they're going to try to throw it over your head and let the receivers go and create. Now, they had a different quarterback last year with that. So they're doing a lot of the same stuff offensively. But they have a quarterback that they're trying to move around and do some different stuff with there. Last year, they did not do that. So that's going to be a little different for us.
What's the main key to beating this Wayland team?
Well, same thing. We got 11 hats to the ball. Mm-hmm. We got to tackle and stop the run. And we've been working on that and trying to put our guys in the best position to be successful. And at the same time, then I told the defense staff, we need to be sound. Just be sound in what we do and what we present. And then our kids got to go play. And we believe in our kids. We believe that they're good football players and they can get this job done. And we have the talent to do it. So we just need to be sound and give our guys a chance to go play.
It's November. 2 weeks, it'll be Thanksgiving. They're already counting down Christmas shopping days. I think the last time I looked was a couple of days ago. It was 48. So I was going to ask you, what are you most thankful for? But if we do a show next week, that would kind of shoot that in the behind. But what's your favorite holiday? If we have a show next week, I'll ask you what you're thankful for. What is your favorite holiday?
Favorite holiday? It's this time of year. Anytime you have Christmas is a good time of the year for me and my family. I get to, visit with my family and I'll spend some time with my kids and go back home and spend some time with my family there for a little bit. So it's a good time of year for us to do that. And really after a season, it's just to have some time to reflect on what the year was like and to be thankful for what we have and who we have in our lives. So that's the time of year that I enjoy the most. Even when I was at the FBS level, going to bowl games, that was still a time for us to take our families with us and to enjoy those days that we had as a family and as a team. So there's a lot of fun memories in December, of course, growing up and now being an adult and father.
We'll go get them, Coach. Get that victory over the Pioneers on Senior Day at Crowley ISD, 2 p.m. Saturday. It is Senior Day, as I said. If you can't make it to the game, check out ramsports.net. We'll have the broadcast for you with about pregame 5 or 10 minutes before. So good luck to Coach Sherrod and the Rams against the Pioneers this weekend. Maybe it'll be another game in the future if the stars align and if the football gods are smiling on the Rams. So for Coach Sherrod, Jimmy the St. Christopher, and Kenneth Flowers, Aaron Marquardt, James McBride, Ricky Dotson, so long from the Moritz Fieldhouse. Rams up. Good luck this weekend against the Pioneers. Adios.